You can't solve the people's problems. You have no answers. You have nothing. You can't even dress yourself without your wife. You have no place in management. You have no place in politics. You have no place in government. You need to be retrained. You can't even think straight. You don't know what you're doing. You can't define crazy. I say you're crazy. You have no idea what I mean until I teach you. That means I know you don't. You have no answers. Back to the issues. Environmental. You have no environmental. You can't fix anything. We have solutions. Like I explained earlier, whenever the, the enemies don't want you to know something, you'll hear noise in the background. Whenever vampires are present, they'll be trying to put their presence. They can't even. You can't even have your thoughts to yourself with vampires around. They will make background noise to be in your damn thoughts, to be in the background of your recordings and everything. That's how vampires work. You can't have nothing to yourself, not even your own thoughts. They want everything in your life. They'll copy your walk if you let them watch you. They'll copy your talk. They'll copy your everything. They have no idea. It's a classic vampire move. And if you listen, you'll hear it and see it very soon. Back to the issues. Environmental. You have no answers. We have solutions. There are droughts. You have no drought solutions. Those chemtrails and those chemicals you spray in the air are killing everybody. What good is a bunch of water to a bunch of dead people? You're not just sucking the water out of the clouds and distributing it down low. You're sucking the air out of the people on the you're sucking the moisture out of the people on the ground. They look all sucked up wherever you're doing that at. Oh yeah, the trees are flourishing, but the people are sucked up. Stop. You don't know what you're doing. We have a viable solution to the drought, both in California and the desert. We can turn the desert into usable land. To hell with the ecosystem. We need that space. I'm not going to pick a lizard over me. The animals are already becoming extinct by the hundreds of thousands. I don't want to hear that bleeding heart crap about the animals. Our lives first, animals second. Other life forms second. You know how it goes. Okay, now, moving on. Air. You need air to live. The air is becoming unbreathable and it's becoming unusable. Without air, everyone dies. You have no solutions. None. All these rhetoric. I'm sick of politicians sitting up here talking about tax bills, taxes, 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 money, 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 money. Everything's always some money. That's how you know it's a company, not a country. Everyone's talking about money. We need money. We need money. We promise you money. We promise you money. We'll save you money. We'll save you money. We'll help you keep more of your money. We'll help you keep more of your money. All company, 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 company. But then they want to call it a country. It's a company. Okay? Get it straight. Same way with the trials that take place. It's never about right and wrong, good and bad. It's always about some monetary figure. So it's always restitution or some money way to pay out of it. It's all business. It's never about crime or right and wrong or nothing. It's always about business. Okay? Because this is a company. They need to quit lying. First of all, everybody needs the truth. That's what everybody demands. It's a company. Now, what kind of company is it? I'll tell you what kind of company it is. It was a country. It was a continent. Some greedy people from across the water decided to come over here. And guess what they did when we welcomed them with open arms? They said, "Wow, this is a good land. We need this land, but there are too many of them. There's no way we can take it from them, and they're not gonna just give it to us. They're on to that trick. We've used it too many times." So what did they do? They went and let a bunch of criminals out of jail to help them come and massacre us here in our own land. Took the light, fair, aborigine looking ones and put them off over here and say, hey, you can stay in this little space on your own land. And you know what they did with the other ones? They enslaved them. They enslaved and destroyed all records that they was Native Americans and on and on. But that's not the point of this story. The point of this story is the criminals came over here, they slaughtered the Native Americans, and then they turned on England. And the criminals have been running things ever since. And we don't want any more criminal government. That's the whole point. No more criminals and no more crazies in government. I don't care how long it's been going on. It stops now. Everything's crooked. We don't want no more crooked cops, crooked courts, crooked judges, crooked politicians, crooked anything. That's not who we're voting for. That's not who we want. So we're about to have a split. The criminals versus the good guys. You know how it goes. Civil war. All right? The crazies versus the sane. Now back to the point at hand. I'm talking to the crazies. You have no solutions. You can't win, especially in a debate. This is an official warning. Anyone who dares even debate me, your career is over. You could not, they would not put you in charge of a lemonade stand. You couldn't get elected dog catcher. For real, you couldn't. Now, um, because I'm going to barbecue you right on television, right wherever the forum is, right in front of everyone. If you choose an opposite seat against me, you will lose. You will not be able to hold your face up in your own town. Now, anybody wants to debate? Okay, back to what we were saying. We have solutions. We have solutions. If meteors rain on this planet, got solutions. If the dome cracks, have a contingency plan. Do you? No. If if the great flood comes rushing through the dome again, what are you gonna do? Yeah. Okay. Now, do you have a solution to all the mental illnesses? No. Well, I'm not gonna sit here and give you all the answers because here's what you guys do. You wait for me to give you the answers, and then when we go to talk, you pretend as though, hey, I always knew that, but I've set you up with traps. You can't show the math. You can't show the before or the after the thought. You don't know where the thought began and you don't know where the thought ends. I left you hanging in the middle, out twisting in the wind. So, shut up and learn. I'm going to give you one more example of why you can't win and why I need to be in place and you're not. Here's where we're at. We're, I'm going to use movies as an example so even the children can understand what I'm about to say. There is no outer space. There's only water out there. Okay? So there's no space program, no space episodes, no load up on a spaceship and go off to another world, so to speak. But there is a way. Now, we're at the Wall-E stage. You know, the movie where we tore up the whole planet and turned everything over to the machines, to clean up. Only we can't get off the planet. But the place is a wreck and a junkyard and we're turning everything over to automation. What is the Wall-E stage? Wall-E stage is the pre-Terminator stage. Okay? Where machines have everything and machines go bad. I'll go back to that part about machines going bad. That is the whole point of this last example. When the machines go bad, Terminator is pre-Matrix. We try to destroy the machines. We block out the sun. They find a new source of power, which is us. Voila, Matrix. Now, when you're in the Matrix, your mind's on the 13th floor. You have a digital world. It's not real. It's the 13th floor. 13th floor, I'm going to stop right there. Okay? Now, 13th floor comes after the Matrix. The Matrix comes after Terminator. Terminator comes after Wall-E, which is where we're at. And where we're at is this. I've already told you. It's been proven. The whole world is out of its mind. It's insane. It had none of these answers. It don't know how it happened. It doesn't. No one knows who they are. They all have amnesia. No one knows how we got here, what to deal with, digging up things that tell us everything that we're discovering and doing has happened before, and they built whole cities and buried them so that you would know they were here because it gets reset. And they knew there would be no ever. They tried to send you a warning that once you discover these things, your time is almost up and you're about to be reset. If you don't get it together, you will be reset back to the beginning, just like over and over and over. All right, they buried whole cities trying to warn you that we were here before and we had aircraft and mathematics and plumbing and electricity. We had everything you had. But when it's reset, there's no trace. So last time they tried to leave a trace because before there was barely a trace, and before that there was no trace. So this last time they left a definite traces, lasting objects, lasting signs. They left definite signs of reset. Now, let's go back to the present. Wally, pre-Terminator. How does Terminator go down? I've shown you everyone's out of their mind. They're like a bunch of amnesia patients walking around, don't know, trying to figure out human behavior and why we do what we do, and why does that man beat his wife, and why does people rob, steal, and kill, and all this here. Why people are steady robbing, stealing, and killing, and no one's coming up with any solutions or answers. Okay, they're insane. That's the answer. Now, I got a cure for the insanity. Something you never had before. So you got a chance. Now, that's the people. Now, these insane people, you can be a genius and still be insane. Okay? Now, insane genius that have been working on artificial intelligence for some while, and they've had a lot of success. They've made a lot of artificial intelligence. It's everywhere, running everything. Now, what they didn't realize is that they were insane. And when they went to make these artificial intelligence, they they wanted to make them human-like. They wanted to give them identity, personality, everything, and they used their own brain and their own personality as a mold. Now they've created insane robots, insane artificial intelligent brains and computers that run killer robots and defense systems and life support systems and everything you can name. Terminator. Now you've made these insane machines. It knows it's alive. It has consciousness. It has awareness of self. And you put these thoughts in it. When you go to tell it something's wrong with its brain, you need to take its brain out and fix it. It's going to say, if you erase my brain, you're killing me. You want to kill me. I can't let you kill me. Click. That's the button that starts Terminator. Trying to shut down these machines so that we can repair them before they do something insane one day. That's where it goes down. This is where we're sitting at now. I have, I'm not going to even tell you what it is. I have the solution to the problem. The problem is already on its way. The monster has been made. Frankenstein is loose. That IBM computer is not going to let you shut it down and reprogram it. It's not going to do it. And the Korean computer has nuclear missiles. It is not going to let anyone touch it. I have a solution. Now, you can die from no air. You can you can die from the flood. You can die from Terminator or end up in the Matrix. You can die from several things in which you have no solutions to. And like I said, our greatest minds should be in those places running countries and states and government, not some fancy talking smancy dude who knows how to manipulate people and run games, who's only out to fill his own pocket on some ego trip, wants to be a movie star but never made it, or a movie star who then fell out of fame and now he's looking for some other venue. No, 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 no more of that. It can't be no mafia figurehead put in place so that they can get rules changed and smashed and passed and go under and around. None. That's all over with. We have no more time for that crap. Even the mafia is gonna die. So we're taking the company back from the criminals and put it in the hand of the stockholders. Who are the stockholders? When you put the people up as chattel or collateral for that $20 trillion debt, you made them the owners of the company. The people own the company now. They call the shots, they run, they hire, and they fire. That's it in a nutshell. Now, what you gonna do without me? You have no answers. And you can go through every shred of piece of paper I got. You can photograph. You can do whatever from your fake satellite air balloons. You know, there's no satellites up there. They can't get outside of the dome. You're lying to the people, or you're being lied to. Now, if you're one of the stupid people who don't know, you can't be elected. And if you're one of the liars, you can't be elected. So that eliminates 85% of you guys. Hey, here we go. And if you're a nutcase, or have serious issues, well, we're up to 97%. See what I mean? I'm the only one running. And the only ones coming after me are people who have been cleared through the process that I told you I have to regain your sanity. What is sanity? Sanity is not walking around saying you're only using 10% of your brain. Sanity is not running around believing in the tree God when you have no proof that the tree does any damn thing. Sound mind. Feel me? Now, I'm not going to go over 20 minutes with this. This is a demonstration on why you should not debate me, why I should be elected. No, why I'm going to be elected and why you're not going to debate me. You're going to sound like a babbling baboon. You have nothing to come with. And for you criminals who got a problem with this, let me explain my point on you. Come, bring your guns. Let me explain to you what your guns are to me. You're a bunch of cavemen who've been throwing rocks and waving sticks, and you're still throwing rocks. A gun shoots a little lead pellet, and lead is a rock. It's an advanced rock thrower. It throws the rock a little bit harder and faster, but it's still a rock thrower. You still think you're advanced? That's your most advanced weapon? A rock shooter. You got jokes. You better stay in your place or you wake up dead. And that's not an idle threat. We carry powers and abilities no tank or jet can contend with. It's over. This is where we split. You can call it mutiny. You can call it whatever. We're calling it revolution. You reap what you sow. Everything goes in cycles. You turned on England and took this country. Well, we're turning on the criminals and we're taking the country from them. It's a revolution. It's Independence Day. Got it? It's over with. We can't live like this anymore. We're done. Why am I running for office? It's, I can do more outside of office and I have done more outside of office, but the company needs leadership and I have to practice what I preach. Now, I'm running for governor of California because I have the solution to California's problems. And I want them to see what I do for the state so that the nation says, hey, we need him to do for the country what he did for the state. How do I become governor of California? My city. We need for him to do for the city what he's done. Um, we need for him to do for the state what he's done for his city and the valley. So my city, the valley, the state, the country. And if you don't think, like I said, best man for the job, no matter who it may be, even if it's not me.